Welcome to the Pariksha Academy. Today's topic is Preamble to the Constitution. Preamble of the Constitution. Meaning of the Preamble. The Preamble is the introductory statement of the Constitution. It expresses the basic philosophy, objectives, ideas and nature of the constitutional system. It explains the source of authority of the Constitution, the nature of the Indian state and the objectives that the Constitution seeks to achieve. The preamble of the Indian Constitution is primarily based on the Objectives Resolution adopted by the Constituent Assembly. Objectives Resolution and the Preamble. Jawaharlal Nehru introduced the Objectives Resolution in the Constituent Assembly on 13 December 1946. The Constituent Assembly adopted it on 22 January 1947. It laid down the fundamental principles of the constitutional system of independent and sovereign India. Justice, liberty, equality, popular sovereignty and protection of different sections of society were among its major ideas. The Objectives Resolution subsequently became the philosophical foundation of the Preamble. Adoption of the Preamble. The Preamble was adopted along with the Constitution on 26 November 1949. The principal provisions of the Constitution came into force on 26 January 1950. The Preamble mentions 26 November 1949 as the date on which the people of India adopted, enacted and gave to themselves the Constitution. Source of authority. The Preamble begins with the words "We the people of India." These words indicate that the ultimate authority of the Constitution is derived from the people of India. The validity of the Constitution does not originate from any foreign authority, monarch or external legislature. This expresses the principle of popular sovereignty. The people are the ultimate source of political and constitutional authority in India. Nature of the Indian state. The Preamble declares India to be a sovereign socialist secular democratic republic. These terms describe the fundamental political and constitutional character of the Indian state. Sovereign. Sovereign means that India is independent in both its internal and external affairs. There is no external political or constitutional authority above India. India can independently determine its domestic and foreign policies. Membership of the Commonwealth or international organizations does not diminish the sovereignty of India. Socialist. The word socialist was not present in the original preamble. It was added by the 42 ND Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. Indian socialism has a democratic and welfare-oriented character. It seeks to reduce social and economic inequalities and promote a more equitable distribution of opportunities and resources. The Indian system recognizes the existence of both public and private sectors. Social and economic justice are important objectives of the Indian concept of socialism. Secular. The word secular was added to the preamble by the 42 ND Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. India has no official state religion. The Constitution guarantees religious freedom. The state is constitutionally expected to maintain impartiality towards different religions. Indian secularism seeks to combine religious freedom with equal citizenship. The Supreme Court has recognized secularism as part of the basic structure of the Constitution. Democratic. Democratic signifies a representative system of government based on the authority of the people. Political power ultimately originates from the people. Citizens elect their representatives through periodic elections. Universal adult suffrage is a fundamental basis of Indian democracy. Democracy also involves political equality, liberty, accountability and representative government. Republic. Republic means that the head of state is not a hereditary ruler. The President of India is an elected constitutional head of state. The President holds office for a fixed term. The Republican principle also rejects hereditary privilege in holding the highest public office. Objectives of the Preamble. The Preamble seeks to secure justice, liberty and equality to all citizens. It also seeks to promote fraternity among all citizens. These four ideals constitute the central objectives of the constitutional philosophy of India. Justice. The preamble provides for social, economic and political justice. Social justice seeks to reduce social discrimination and inequalities. Economic justice seeks to reduce excessive economic inequalities and promote fairness in economic opportunities. Political justice implies equal opportunity for participation in the political process. The constitutional vision of justice is reflected in both fundamental rights and the directive principles of state policy. Liberty. The preamble seeks to secure liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Liberty provides the constitutional environment necessary for the development of individual personality and ideas. Liberty is not absolute and may be subject to constitutionally permissible restrictions. The ideal of liberty expressed in the preamble finds detailed constitutional expression in fundamental rights. Equality. The preamble seeks to secure equality of status and opportunity. Equality is concerned not merely with formal equality before law but also with reducing unjust discrimination and inequality of opportunity. The constitutional development of this ideal is particularly visible in the fundamental rights relating to equality. Equality is closely connected with social justice and human dignity. Fraternity. Fraternity signifies a sense of brotherhood and common national belonging among citizens. It is connected with securing the dignity of the individual. It also seeks to strengthen the unity and integrity of the nation. In a diverse society such as India, fraternity is an important constitutional ideal for national integration. Dignity of the individual. The preamble connects fraternity with the dignity of the individual. Human dignity is closely associated with liberty, equality and constitutional rights. The Supreme Court has given an important place to human dignity while interpreting constitutional protections relating to life and personal liberty. Unity and integrity of the nation. The preamble seeks to assure the unity and integrity of the nation. The word integrity was not present in the original preamble. It was added by the 42 ND Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. It expresses the constitutional commitment to preserving the territorial, political and national unity of India. 42 ND Constitutional Amendment and the Preamble. The preamble has been amended only once so far. The amendment was made by the 42 ND Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. The word socialist was added. The word secular was added. The expression unity of the nation was changed to unity and integrity of the nation. These were the major textual changes made to the original preamble. Relationship between the preamble and the Constitution. The preamble helps in understanding the objectives and basic philosophy of the Constitution. It is not a substitute for the substantive provisions of the Constitution. A clear constitutional provision cannot ordinarily be overridden merely on the basis of the preamble. Where the meaning of a constitutional provision is uncertain, the preamble can assist in understanding its purpose and intention. The preamble does not independently confer legislative or executive powers upon the government. Berubari Union Case 1960. In the Berubari Union case, the Supreme Court considered the constitutional position of the preamble. The court at that time held that the preamble was not a part of the Constitution. However, it recognized the preamble as an important key to understanding the intention of the Constitution makers. This position was significantly changed by the Kesavananda Bharti judgment. Kesavananda Bharti Case 1973. In Kesavananda Bharti vs. State of Kerala, the Supreme Court held that the preamble is a part of the Constitution. The court recognized the importance of the preamble in understanding the basic features and philosophy of the Constitution. The basic structure doctrine was also propounded in this case. Parliament can amend the Constitution but cannot destroy its basic structure. Amendment of the preamble. Since the preamble is part of the Constitution, it can be amended under Article 368. However, such an amendment cannot destroy or damage the basic structure of the Constitution. The amendment made by the 42 ND Constitutional Amendment Act demonstrates that the preamble is amendable. Manerva Mills Case 1980. In the Manerva Mills case, the Supreme Court reaffirmed the principle of limited amending power and the basic structure doctrine. The amending power of Parliament cannot be used to destroy the fundamental constitutional framework. The ideas expressed in the preamble provide important guidance in identifying the basic structure of the Constitution. S.R. Bommai Case 1994. In the S.R. Bommai case, the Supreme Court recognized secularism as an essential feature of the basic structure of the Constitution. The judgment reinforced the constitutional significance of the secular character expressed in the preamble. Preamble and fundamental rights. The ideas of liberty and equality expressed in the preamble receive concrete constitutional expression through fundamental rights. Fundamental rights provide judicially enforceable protection for individual liberty, equality and dignity. The preamble can assist courts in understanding the broader constitutional objectives while interpreting fundamental rights. Preamble and directive principles. The ideas of social and economic justice expressed in the preamble are developed further through the directive principles of state policy. The directive principles provide constitutional direction for establishing a welfare state and promoting social and economic democracy. The preamble, fundamental rights and directive principles together express the political, social and economic objectives of the Constitution. Constitutional significance of the preamble. The preamble provides a concise expression of the philosophy and fundamental objectives of the Constitution. It identifies the people of India as the source of constitutional authority. It defines the basic nature of the Indian state. It declares the principal objectives that the Constitution seeks to achieve. It serves as an interpretative aid in understanding constitutional provisions. It provides important guidance in identifying several elements of the basic structure of the Constitution. Thank you very much for joining us. For more useful study material, please like and share this video, and subscribe to the Pariksha Academy channel.